Until this year's HSBC Women's World Championship, Michelle Wie hadn't won on tour since her solitary major victory at the US Women's Open back in 2014. Her superb win in Singapore brought a long overdue end to this drought and has provided a great platform upon which she can hopefully build a great season ahead.
It was a spectacular Sunday, in the golf world, and I think even though, I stayed up late and watched it live, it was exhilarating. There were so many people in it, so many big names down the stretch, and for Michelle to win the way that she won with such a dramatic putt from off the green, and to see the excitement that she had, to see how much she truly, really loves this and is all about it still, I think was refreshing.
To see her make that putt, it was a culmination of all the work that we've seen her put into her putting, and I think it just took her to another level because she'll tell you that when she has confidence in her putter, it goes through the rest of her game.
Michelle has put some serious work into her swing over recent months and appears to finally feel settled. A mark of real progress for a player so prone to tinkering with the components of her game.
I think it was really encouraging to see her continue on this route because of the things we're seeing. Michelle has rebuilt her swing. She has now found a dependable fade with her swing coach, David Ledbetter. A really big deal. She worked hard on changing it from a draw to a fade because she was all over the place with her driver there for a while. And maybe the biggest thing is her putting because I never thought I'd say that she's a good putter, but she's like 8th on tour right now in putts per green in regulation.
Wie is arguably the most recognizable player on the LPGA Tour, having been in the spotlight from such a young age. But this early exposure isn't the only reason for her popularity.
It's just that complete package there of not only, looks, personality, and a game that doesn't look like anyone else's. There was just the wow factor when she was a kid, in terms of what she could do with the golf ball, her swing, the sound. She obviously wowed PGA Tour players. The fact that she tried to compete so often on the PGA Tour, put her into a conversation that's in another level than the rest of the LPGA. She became a household name through the PGA Tour.
She's a power player. That's important in golf. She has a big personality. She can be goofy and fun and smart. She's a Stanford graduate. She has a lot of things going for her. And the number one thing is she's a lightning rod because as many people who love her, there's a lot of people who root against her. And that makes for a popular player.
Wie's form and return to winning ways is great news for the LPGA and her devoted fans. But she knows more than anyone it's dangerous to look too far ahead.
Michelle was asked what she needs to do to keep this going, and she said, it was funny, she said, basically keep my organs in my body, which was a great crack after her emergency appendectomy last year. But I think that is a huge factor in staying healthy because she is so injury prone and her joints just seem to give out. She has arthritis in her wrists now. She had the problem with her ankle, her knee, and her hip 2 years ago, which led to big swing problems. When she's trying to swing around these injuries, it leads to bad habits. So I really think a number one thing is staying healthy.
She could actually just remain out of the hospital. She's been dealing with wrist injuries since she was a kid, so I think if we can just keep her healthy, it's so exciting of what's possible, not only Michelle Wie, but for the LPGA.